Well, political football. Let me ask you quickly, sir, to take a look at what's happening in the upper chamber as Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville says he is not going to end his blockade of military appointments to support Israel. What is your response to that?
Look, these MAGA Republicans in the House, and now you hear what's taking place in the Senate. I just don't understand. It seems to me some of those statements are just, very not only disappointing and disheartening, but to me, quite frankly, is somewhat idiotic.
Jackson here for Yellowhammer Now. We've all seen what's happening in the Middle East with Israel. They've come under attack, 1,000+ dead. Hamas, a terrorist organization that has the support of the Palestinian people, and Iran launched terror attacks on these people and slaughtered men, women, and children in their homes, in their neighborhoods, in the street, at music festivals, anywhere they could find them. They did it, and they will continue doing it as long as they are allowed. Somehow, our friends on MSNBC decided this would be a good opportunity to slander United States Senator Tommy Tuberville. Why? I don't know. I don't know what this is about or why this came up this way, but there are two dumb angles in American politics right now that the media is trying to shoehorn into this issue. One, there is no Speaker of the House, and somehow that makes this worse. And two, Tommy Tuberville, in his hold on military promotions, has some impact on this as well. There's no evidence that, there's no truth there, but don't let that stop a good narrative.
Well, political football. Let me ask you quickly, sir, to take a look at what's happening in the upper chamber as Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville says he is not going to end his blockade of military appointments to support Israel. What is your response to that?
Look, these MAGA Republicans in the House, and now you hear what's taking place in the Senate. I just don't understand. It seems to me some of those statements are just, very not only disappointing and disheartening, but to me, quite frankly, is somewhat idiotic.
What were the statements that Tuberville made today? Anyone know? Anyone know? He said, I'm not going to release my hold. That's what he said. He didn't make any statements or anything like that. He's been a hardcore supporter of Israel. You got to be out of your mind to even imply that he said anything that's out of bounds or anything like that. It's just completely nuts, completely untrue. Just a completely false statement. And he's implying that Tuberville and people in the U.S. House, Republicans, MAGA Republicans, have been somewhat non-supportive of Israel. No, that's wrong. You can look at plenty of Democrats on the squad who have made statements that are anti-Israel, that are pro-Palestinian, that are pro-Hamas. And this guy that you're calling Tommy Tuberville an idiot, and they offer up nothing, no evidence of any statement made or anything like that, but it's idiotic, right?
Be not diplomatic about it. I try to be diplomatic at times, but there's no diplomacy that can say with those kinds of statements and those kinds of thoughts, in my opinion. There's no place for it, and I hope that folks that do have the opportunity to vote for him takes those things and those kind of things in consideration.
He has no idea what she's talking about. He has no clue. He knows if he has holds, that's it. And he's just winging it here. This is obvious because there's been no idiotic or ignorant statements made by Tommy Tuberville. Nothing at all. It's been very, very pointed criticisms of Israel. And then Tuberville's been asked if he's going to take the holds down, and he's not. There's been no statements that he can even remotely reference here. They are just saying what he thinks the audience wants to hear. And the audience is one stupid person on MSNBC.
I will put
allies and our national security is at stake. And to be playing around with that is terrible.
I appreciate your terminology of idiotic. I've heard it said. It makes absolutely zero sense. It's illogical. All of that put together is certainly signaling the same concept.
There is nothing this woman has to offer to this conversation. The implication here that Tommy Tuberville has somehow made this situation worse is comically stupid. And you'll watch over the next couple of days while people like her and this congressman try to make the argument that the deal that we made with Iran, we gave them $6 billion, had no impact on this. They're out of their mind. Promising the Iranians $6 billion, whether it's frozen in a bank account right now or not, still allows them to spend money they would spend on other things on making war and terror. That's the truly idiotic policy position. The policy position where we don't appoint a general or promote a colonel? No. That is nothing to do with this, and everyone involved knows it. Saying that is just absolutely disgusting. Support the innocents. Just pathetic behavior by the mayor of the city of Birmingham. And it just shows the guy has absolutely no real beliefs. So he'll go far in politics. Congratulations to him. He's going to make a great Democrat on the national stage one day.